Good morning guys, how are we all? Welcome back to a new vlog. I have just this second parked up and I'm about to go and get my nails done because they are atrocious. I don't actually think they've ever been this bad in my life. They are just embarrassingly bad. So that is the plan of action today. I think as well I'm going to treat myself to a pedicure, and I think it's time we go short and autumnal, like a kind of dark red colour, like a wine, a burgundy, something like that. I have this rule that is just totally made up, that as soon as it gets to the autumn months, I cut my long nails down and I go dark with them. Throughout the rest of the year, spring, summer, I do longer nails with a French tip. So yeah, it's time and I'm looking forward to a little bit of change. So let's go. Just getting a water and a snack because pregnant me always needs a snack. Snack of choice. I have just got out the nail shop, felt like I was in there for so long. I have my burgundy nails back. Look how pretty these flowers are. Look at these hydrangeas, they're so autumnal. Bloody expensive though, £24 for those. Just 3. That is actually more expensive than Chelsea. You know, when you live in Chelsea and you just get my flowers from there, that is more pricey. Oh look, there's the little pumpkins down here as well. How autumnal, but they go off, that's the only thing. I really love these twigs. I actually saw them when I was going to go and get my nails done. And I have a vase at home and I think these would look really good in them, but I feel like I need at least 3. But like, I wonder if they die. There's kind of a bud on this. Like, I don't want them to die. No, surely they don't die. These are all very gorgeous in here as well. I've actually come inside the shop talking quietly because it's very quiet in here. But how beautiful are they? Wow. So nice. Shall I buy myself a bunch for my new house? That's technically not new, but it feels new. We've got so many lovely trinkety bits in here. Do you know what? I feel really lucky because I parked in a bay that I should have moved a while ago, but there was such a long wait in the nail shop, and then because I had my toes done and my nails done, it took so long, and I was thinking I definitely will have a ticket, but I don't have a ticket. Do you know, just love it when that happens, because it rarely happens. When you're in central London, that would never, ever, ever happen. But here, you know, anyway, got away with it. Love my nails. I feel like they feel so short. My nails have been long for such a long time. So yeah, the short nails feel very stumpy. But at the same time, I do like them. I could do with putting some cream on my hands, honestly, because they look a little bit dry. But yeah, loving the nails. And I got my toes exactly the same colour, which is very autumnal of me. I've actually got some hand cream in my car. This is the Reno hand cream. This is in the scent Belle de Freak, and it smells so good, you know. It's like a perfume for your hands. I also just got the twigs. Can you see them in the back of the car? I actually think they're going to look really lovely in this vase that I've got. And so I picked up some twigs. Felt a bit bizarre buying twigs, do you know what I mean? I could just go to a forest and get my own twigs. But am I going to do that? No. Anyway, I'm going to move my car into Waitrose car park because I think I'm really pushing my luck if I stay here any longer. Why is this person parked so close to me? Right, I'm now in Waitrose. I'm doing the quickest shop ever because I need to go to the toilet. Just getting some drinks and bits. But how cute are these mugs? Like, look at this. I love that. It's like such a nice size as well. How lovely. I'm also going to get some snacks because when we get in later, we are going to organise the pantry, and I have baskets to fill with all different things. So we're doing like a snacks basket, okay? Well, today is a new day, and you will notice that from the last vlog I have been busy because I finally put some clothes in my wardrobe. Like, how do you think it looks? It's definitely not perfect. I spent hours doing it last night though, and I kind of should have vlogged it, but at the same time, I've said this many times before, but when I vlog, I kind of procrastinate, and it was a job that I couldn't let it take any longer than it needed to. So I kind of just got on and did it. And this is the situation. I feel like it needs a little bit of zhuzhing. We need to change things around slightly, but overall, I'm quite happy with how it looks. The dressing table in front of me is still looking quite chaotic. I'll quickly show you what I've done so far though. I just avoid the bit in front of me. Okay, here is the wardrobe update. Now there's actually things inside it. As I say, please don't judge too hard. It's definitely not complete, to say the least, but we're kind of getting somewhere. So over here we have shoes. I don't actually have all of my shoes here yet, but here are some of them. These trays pull out, which is really handy. So you can get to like the shoes at the back. I have some jumpers up here. Honestly, in an ideal world, I would have all of my handbags on these shelves. Like that would always be my dream. Like imagine I had like my 2 Birkins and my Kelly and everything on there, but we don't live in an ideal world, and I have said this many times before, but I am too scared to have my bags in the house. So I only ever have like this one, for example, because I've been using it just recently, and like one other. I have a Picatinny up there. Other than that, that is all that's ever here. And it's honestly got to a point where it's pointless even having the bags in general, but that is a conversation for another day. So yeah, I need to think of how else to fill these shelves. Like I've put some jumpers on there, but what else do I do? Like I've got a candle, some books, I've got some perfume, I could put some belts. But yeah, any sort of ideas welcome for what I could do with this shelving that doesn't involve putting my handbags on there, because they don't live here, unfortunately. Yeah, so if I've done jackets here, jeans there, blazers, jumpers, like sort of jacket, more like coats sort of here. Then in here, I have done jeans, like more jeans, as you can see. In here, I have done, I think it's more trousers, honestly. I just kind of lost the will to live in the end, and that was it. The bottom drawer has nothing in it. I'm thinking I'm gonna put jogging bottoms and stuff like that in there, but I don't actually have those things here at the moment. In here, we have knitwear. By the way, look how nice these Ralph Lauren knits are. I got them before I found out I was pregnant and they did look lovely, but now they are like sausage skins and I can't even get them on, but we'll just leave them there until I can. In here we have knitwear, and in here we have more knitwear, and then the bottom drawer is empty again. So at least I've got some space left. Then yeah, over here we've got shoes, jumpers, empty shelves, and then here is like long hanging. So more coats and things, and I've actually got some boots there. I need to sort out the situation in the corner. We're just going to ignore that. So yeah, I do actually think it is looking rather snazzy. I'm not going to show you my dressing table because, as I've already said, it's a bit of a mess. Also, Reese put up my chandelier light thing last night. Well, actually, the light fitting was already up, but he added all of this glass. And honestly, it took ages because every single one of those had to be put on individually. He was not too happy, but he did it, and I think it looks pretty. It looks great. I didn't want anything too fussy in here, but I think it's like perfect for the room, and I also didn't want anything too big, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this is looking. I think it looks rather nice. So as I said, work in progress in here, but progress is being made. Anyways, we've actually got quite a busy afternoon together. Reese built the bed in the spare bedroom last night whilst I was doing this. He also painted the room. Like, we've both been very busy. And do you know what? I went to go and open the bed linen I had for that bed, which I'd put in storage, and somehow it's gotten damp and it had gone all mouldy, which is so gross. So I had to chuck it all away, and that's why I went to Denelm to get new bed sheets. I also got some bits for the kitchen, also got a roast dinner from M&S. We're gonna cook for the first time in the kitchen. I did actually cook yesterday in the kitchen, but it was only like egg on toast, so can you call that cooking? I mean, I did fry the eggs. It was actually scrambled egg, so I scrambled the eggs. Anyway, it's not proper cooking, so today we're gonna do a roast. Probably not proper cooking either because it's just an M&S roast, and I'm just gonna open the packets and put them in the oven. But anyway, at least the oven is being turned on, shall we say. Before we do any of that, I'm gonna get changed into something a little bit more comfortable, because being in your house in jeans, in my opinion, is a crime. I cannot do it. Also, this cardigan is making me so very hot, but I'm gonna get changed off camera because no one needs to see my pale fat bum in 4K on your TVs or however you watch your YouTube videos. Like, nobody needs to see that. By the way, I wore this necklace yesterday, so some of you might have already seen it and noticed it. I actually wore it on a longer chain though yesterday, like this. Today I wore it on the shorter chain. You can also double wrap it and wear it like this, which is really effective. It looks like you're wearing 2 necklaces. I absolutely love it. I also added this little pendant to it, which is part of Pandora's new talisman collection. If I show you up close, you'll be able to see how pretty it is. The actual necklace itself comes with just a clip that looks like this, and then you add the medallions to it. And I chose this one in particular because every single pendant has a meaning, and this one has a meaning that the best is yet to shine, or the best is yet to come. And I always really love that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm always happy where I am in life, but I always believe better is coming. And I just thought that was really lovely. And it's what makes the new Pandora Talisman collection so special, because it's almost like personalizing your jewelry. So I added that one to the necklace. I also added this little sun that's got a little pearl in it, and I just thought it complemented the bigger medallion so well. I mean, like, how special is that? And it's also so great that you can change it up. So if you decide you want to wear the necklace without the pendant, you can. If you want to add other pendants, you also can. Because part of the collection, there's so many different pendants to choose from. And I actually have a couple more of them on my bracelet. So it's a very similar concept to the necklace. You get the bracelet and then you're able to add all of the charms to it. I've got 2 charms on here. The first one is a Pegasus charm, and the Pegasus charm means from the heart, which I really love. And I also just really loved how it looked as well. And the other medallion charm I have on my bracelet is actually my favorite one, not just because it's really pretty, but I feel like it's really meaningful, and it kind of represents me, because I went on the Pandora website and you can take a quiz to determine which of the medallions suits you the best. And the quiz asks you questions kind of about your beliefs and life and things like that. And it said that the swallow medallion suited me, and it stands for a symbol of strength and a promise of hope. And I honestly love that so much. Like, it's not just like any old piece of jewelry. I feel like it's really meaningful, and that's why I love the collection so much. It would also make, I feel like Pandora always makes a great gift, but I feel like this in particular would make a fantastic gift for someone, because it just feels, I know I've said the word so many times, but it feels so meaningful, it feels so personal. And especially if you gave like your friend or your family member, whoever the gift was for, if you gave them in the box like a little note to tell them what like the medallion meant, I just feel like how lovely would that be? See, I can't tell you how much I love that, and it looks really chic as well. And I've been really loving wearing the necklace too. I will actually, of course, link all of these bits down below so you can go and shop them and just check them out. And I'll also link the quiz down there, so if you want to take it and see which medallion represents you, you can. I cannot even tell you the relief of getting that jumper off was too much. I was so hot and like agitated. Let me show you the situation in the spare room. It is so dark everywhere. Oh, did you hear my stomach? I'm a little bit hungry. Yeah, it's so dark everywhere, so we're just gonna have to deal with the darkness. But let me show you the new bed. Before I actually show you this room, I'm gonna quickly remind you of what it looked like before. This is the updated room now. Don't judge it too hard because it is still a real mess currently, but you can kind of see, hopefully, it is so much bigger. There is a whole new window. I think the new window is that one. I've actually even forgotten. So the room is double the size that it used to be. So there's so much more floor space and just area in general. And yeah, doing the roof extension made such a big difference in here. So before, you could barely fit a double bed. Now this is a king size bed, and look at the room either side of here. Like, it's just made such a huge difference. So this is the new bed. I got this from, it actually looks really similar to the old one. If any of you saw the old one, it is practically the same style, the same look and everything, but I liked the look, so here we are. It is actually from, is the camera wonky? What is going on? Hang on a second. Let me just check. Are we wonky? I hope we're not wonky. Okay, so the bed I got from, I actually was going to get it from Next. Then I did a little Google search and found it for like £200 cheaper on, is it Homebase? I didn't even know that store was still going, but apparently they're still online, and they delivered it really quickly as well. I'm not saying I love the side tables. The side tables were in the old master bedroom. They were actually in my old apartment as well, but we're just dealing with them for now because, like, do you know what I mean? They're fine. They're absolutely fine. So quick backstory. I was actually going to keep the bed that was in here before because I really liked it. As I said, it was basically the same style as this, but it was a double bed. And I hadn't really taken into consideration that when the room was made bigger, the bed would almost become too small. And because this is the main guest bedroom, when people like my mum and dad come and stay, my sister comes and stays with her baby, I want them to be able to like have a comfortable night's sleep. And I feel like sometimes a double bed is a little bit small, if you know, for 2 adults, or like a baby and 2 adults, and do you know what I mean? It's whatever. I just thought a king size bed was better, so had to get a new bed, which is kind of annoying, but anyway, it's done now, and at least our guests will be nice and comfortable in their king size bed. Okay, so here's how it looks, the bed, and yeah, the situation. I feel like the light doesn't actually go with the vibe, but I mean, it might if I got some darker lamp stands, do you know what I mean, just to tie it in. But the cushions look really lovely, as I say, very neutral, but it does look really clean and fresh, and I feel like that's how a guest bedroom should feel. It should feel clean and fresh and light and airy, you know. So yeah, I mean, overall, can't complain. I think these cushions are really lovely, but yeah, I feel like we could do something different with the lamps. Any ideas, welcome, because I don't think either of these are working, which is such a shame because I loved these. Got them from Wayfair, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Obviously need to get some art and stuff like that. Please don't judge too hard anything in this house yet, because like, it's work in progress, okay? It's work in progress. Okay, now we are in the kitchen. And it's an absolute tip. And I don't want you to see it looking like this for the first time. I want you to see it looking, it won't quite look its best, but I want it to look almost its best. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna insert a kitchen reveal, but it will be from like tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna tidy up, I'm gonna make it look the best that I can. And then we're gonna come back to current time now, and you're gonna see it looking a state again. Does that make sense? Because, as I say, this kitchen has been a long time coming, and if you saw it like this for the first time, you're just gonna be really disappointed, and I want you to see it looking great first, okay? So now we're gonna fast forward to 2 days' time for the kitchen reveal. Well, hi guys, this is future me. I would love to be telling you, or showing you, should I say, the finished kitchen, but basically this week has been, it felt like we took 10 steps forward, now we've taken 5 steps backwards. Because this week everything got repainted again after the paneling was done, which honestly, I didn't take into consideration what a big job paneling was and how much mess it made. It looks great, the finished result does look really good and it's been worth it for sure, but basically the whole house has had to be repainted and it's just been very, very, very long. So yeah, you're not going to see a finished kitchen, and unfortunately you are going to see the kitchen in different stages, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe that's just reality, and it's definitely reality of a house renovation. You know, things that you think are going to take a week, take 10 weeks basically. But let me just quickly run you through the kitchen a little bit. I mean, is there any point? Probably not, but let me just show you a tiny bit. Okay, so here is the kitchen. This was once upon a time my dining room table. It is now basically a decorating table with all of the paint and things on it. I hope to God it's not marked underneath all of this. That'll be the next bloody thing, honestly. That's been a big thing with the renovation. You know, one thing gets done and then it gets marked basically, and then we start all over again. It drives me insane, like literally insane. Anyway, this is the kitchen. It is looking really nice despite the dust sheets and the crap everywhere. The lights are extremely, extremely dusty. Everything has now been painted though, so this is looking a little bit better than you'll oh my God, I can't talk. Then you will see it in the footage you're about to see. But it's a very dark, gloomy day, and as I say, I'm not showing you it at all at its full potential. Far from it, in fact. Far from it. There's carpet on the floor. It's just a no, isn't it? But how beautiful are the worktops? I actually went slightly dramatic with the worktops, as you can see, and it does look good. And in here, I'll quickly just show you, is the pantry. It is a complete mess, but I mean, literally, we've got our plates on the side and everything. You can see the dramatic worktop in here. Had some shelves built in here as well, but they all need painting, like priming and painting, and yeah, God, it's like never ending, honestly, guys. It is never blooming ending. Also, just want to show you a little bit of reality of where all the dining room chairs are and all of the jars. They're currently in the snug. This was actually the only room that was kind of finished, and now it's basically a chair park. So yeah, I guess I'll leave you to get back to the rest of the vlog. We will do a kitchen reveal, even though you've now seen it. But we will do a finished kitchen reveal once maybe the bar stools turn up. I think they're meant to arrive in like 4 days. So once they're in, I've dusted, I've cleaned, I've put everything away. I'll show you everything again and you can be really shocked and amazed and pretend like you haven't just seen it today in this vlog. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. So first up, remember these twigs that I got yesterday? Well, I thought they would look quite nice in this big vase that I got. Look at the size of it. It's very large. I thought it would look good in the corner. I did actually get an olive tree to put in it, but it didn't look right. So I thought these twigs could look nice in it instead. So I feel like I need to get some paper to kind of boost them up a little bit because they're a little bit shorter than I thought they were going to be. I wanted them to be like there. By the way, ignore this on the paneling. Paneling always looks really ugly until it's done. So yeah, anyway, how do you feel about that? I actually think that looks kind of nice. I need to come over here to look at it. I think I should have got an extra twig. I think it needs one more. Let me just quickly pan you down so you can see it properly. There we go, can you see? I actually love that. But I think maybe we could do like another stem that comes out there. And if I put some newspaper in there and made them slightly higher, is that horrible? I'm now debating it. No, I think that looks quite good. Now I need to find a vase for these. Do you know what, guys? If you're looking for some autumnal flowers, go to Denell. They were a really reasonable price compared to so many of them. Like, honestly, they're so expensive in some places. Like Neptune and stuff. Lovely, lovely quality, but ridiculous prices. Like, look at this bunch that I put together. And it's rather big, and it was about £22, which, don't get me wrong, isn't the cheapest, but it actually looks more expensive than that, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm thinking, do I put this on the table here, or do I put them in like a vase and put them in the guest bedroom where we've just been? They could look quite nice on the window ledge. Okay, I need to actually think about that one. Let's tidy up. I'm actually scared my belly's been hanging out like so much of this time. I feel like Homer Simpson. No, he's always got his belly button out. Has he? I feel like he has. That's how I feel right now. Yeah, I feel like let's try and organise this and then we can organise these. Let's start with putting some lights on because we're a little bit dark. Honestly, what a dull, horrible day. Our Reese's friend just came to the house because they're watching football and now I've locked them in so they can't hear me vlogging because I always hate vlogging in front of people. Like, it's really cringe. Look, he bought a bunch of flowers. How sweet is that? I always think when guys do stuff like that, it's really cute. I feel like that's like, I don't know, girls think about it, but I don't think guys do. I've got chocolates and a card. Oh, that's so sweet. I actually can't cope, so I'm going to put them in a vase. Okay, let's organise what is going on here. My version of tidying at the moment is basically just moving things around. I just don't know what to do with anything. It's honestly a weird feeling. I got these boxes from Amazon though, and they're quite cool. Inside here is all of the manuals for all of the kitchen appliances. You know when you get like a new dishwasher or a new fridge and it all comes with all these manuals, which should you just chuck away? I don't know, but I got these boxes to kind of store different things, and they've got bamboo lids. And you can write with a marker on the front what's inside. I thought they were kind of handy. I got 5 in a pack, I think. So got all of these, and I'm sure I will quite easily fill them. I also got some baskets from IKEA. Like, these are the famous IKEA baskets. I actually had these underneath my TV in my old apartment in London. They're just really handy for storing stuff, but also they look really nice as well. They kind of go with the vibe. And in the pantry, I want to do like chocolate bars in here, for example. And then I've got these little tags, I'll show you them. Also got these from Amazon. I feel like I am the Amazon queen. I love a little Amazon shop. I got these little tags that are chalkboards that look like this. And then they've got pieces of string. And we have a chalk pen. And I'm going to like hang the chalkboard on here and write what's inside. So for example, crisps, chocolate, cereal bars and things like that, and organise all the pantry so it looks chic, but it's also organised. Do you know what I mean? It's like actually, I didn't mean the word organised, I meant like it works, like it works, like you can use it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, I've lost the plot. Now I haven't moved these bags because they are full of food for us to put into the jars and into the baskets, and we're going to do that together now. So I thought that's actually quite a nice little activity for us, I think. Oh, I also got these baskets as well, which also on Amazon buy. These are for under the sink, cleaning products and stuff like that. Just plastic, easy to wash baskets. So I'm just gonna have them next to each other under the sink with bleach and sprays and, you know, cleaning products. I don't need to explain what they are to you, I'm sure. So yeah, we're gonna do that as well. Oh God, I feel like this is gonna be a really big job. Why am I starting this now? Am I gonna regret this? Probably. Do you know what, usually at this time of day, this part of the house would be so beautiful and sunny, but it is the dullest day ever. The sun rises at the front and sets at the back. And yeah, it's not even, I don't think it's risen today. It is honestly so miserable. Now, don't judge this food too heavily, because it is the biggest amount of junk you've probably ever seen in your life, other than the avocado. What avocado? Yeah, it's actually just junk food, but, well, not all of it, the majority of it is. But we're not going to eat this in one go at all. This is going to be in the cupboard for many, many, many weeks. And it's for guests and people that come to the house as well. It's not just for us. I just want you to know I don't eat like this every single day. Like, this isn't what I live off of at all. Are you close enough to me? Let me just bring you a tad closer so I'm not shouting. Will that be better? Maybe it will. Right, in here, I'm going to get to the point now. I'm going to do cereal bars, snack bars. I do actually eat a lot of these, to be fair. Not necessarily the Nature Valley ones, but Reese likes these. But I do like, you know, like these Graze bars and things, and especially since being pregnant, I feel like I have to have a snack in my handbag, because when that hunger comes, like, I need to eat there and then. So yeah, I like to have these ready and accessible in the cupboard so I can just grab them and put them in my handbag. So that's basket number one. So in this basket, I want to do crisps. Once again, I'm not saying we're going to eat all of these crisps in one sitting. Probably could, trust me, probably could, but we're not going to. Let me show you the finished result. So when this goes on the pantry shelf, you will see it says crisps. Basket number two, cereal bars. I love it. Now, the next basket I wanted to do, little bit of a one that's probably not going to get used very often, but I like it in the cupboard just to have. And this I want to be like movie snacks or like treats. So you know, like when you're sat down and you're watching a film and you want a little snack, you want a little treat, then this is the basket you will reach for. I haven't actually shown you the main living room yet, but I feel like we should save that, because the main living room is definitely, well, like the whole house, work in progress, but that room definitely is work in progress. Now these jars are for the utility, but the utility isn't in a fit state for the jars yet, so we'll leave those. So let's just bring over, oh my God, before I smash them, a few of these. Now, do you know something I always struggle with this is judging how much fits in one jar. This granola, for example, will it fit in there or will it fit in there? Let's start with the pasta, because that's a bit easier to judge in the sense that it has to go in the long jars. Okay, so, oh my God, is that cracked? Are you fucking joking? These are at home. Oh no, I think it's just like, no, it's actually cracked. That's a great start. Love. So good. Misjudged that one, didn't I? Okay, do we think the rice is going to fit? I feel like this is riveting content. Actually smells so nice. Hey, it fit in one go. We love that. I feel like that might fit in one of these smaller ones. about to start making labels with my label maker, and Reese has come in and said that he wants dinner, which I would usually say make it yourself, but the deal is if I make dinner, he's going to paint the kitchen tomorrow. So, and I really want it painted before my mum and sister, and also my friend Abby, she's going to come around as well. And she hasn't seen the house yet either since the reno's been done. So she's coming around, we can have like a little afternoon, and I really want it done before they come. So best believe I'm making dinner. Now let me show you my pan cupboard. How gorgeous are these? They match my cooker basically. Look at that, they're from our place. And they're meant to be non-toxic, no, I don't think they are non-stick. I'm not sure. They're meant to be non-toxic, they're meant to just be really good pans. And I'm not much of a chef, as you guys know, but I did actually use it for the first time, that first one, yesterday to scramble some eggs, and very impressed. Probably not the best person to judge them because, as I say, I'm not much of a cook or haven't used many pans in my life, but really nice to look at this one. This beige one, so beautiful. All of my utensils are also from our place as well. So yeah, I got also these little bits, let me show you, which I'm going to do some cooking in today. So I'm going to put my carrots in here and my red cabbage in there. Hopefully it doesn't stain the cream tin. That would be pretty tragic, wouldn't it? I actually do need to wash those because I haven't washed them yet since I got them. What else do I need? I've got this other pan from them too, like a bigger pan. Do you like how I just slid in there? Okay, updates. The roast is in the oven, and I've just actually been setting up my label maker, and I'm usually such a technophobe, like, is that the word? Like, I hate technology. I cannot stand having to set things up. I'm useless at reading instructions, but I've just done it and it's been the easiest thing ever. I haven't actually printed a label though yet. I was going to do that with you. That might be the hard bit. But yeah, let me show you it. Okay, so this is the label maker itself. It's from Amazon. I will link it down below if it works and you really want to buy it. I've turned it on and then I've connected it to an app. And this is the app, and then I've just designed this label. But honestly, it was so easy to do. Now, I'm guessing what I do is I just click print. This is going to be my first label. Let's see what happens. Okay, print. Then what's it saying? A number of prints, 1 page, density, I don't know about that. Let's just go for it. Print. Ready to print. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, it actually worked. Guys, that was so easy to do. Now, I really can't take any sort of praise in finding this device. I follow a girl on my home account. I said this when I unboxed this thing. I follow a girl, but I never actually told you who the person was. And the name is Smith Home. She just finds fantastic things on Amazon. Has got a really beautiful house as well. And she linked this label maker, and that's who I bought it from, basically, her Amazon account. So let's rip this off, like so, and then I need to stick it on this jar. This could be the bit where it all goes wrong. Right, let's do it here. Oh my God, that was so easy to stick on. Guys, are you ready? Look at my jar. And it's got cookies written on it. Oh my God, I am going to label everything in the entire house. I'm so happy with my label maker. That is bloody fantastic. Money well spent, let me tell you. I am going to label every single jar here. It's going to be a little bit time consuming because obviously you have to go through the process of making sort of the label. But I suppose because I've already, let me show you here. Okay, this is actually very easy because all I've done is just change the words, and it took a couple of seconds. Then I'm gonna get my little Nimbot thing. This is what it's called, I believe, a Nimbot. And I'm gonna do print, and I'm gonna go print. And hopefully, are you joking? I am so happy with this. What a great day. What a fantastic day. And I'm going to put it right on my fusilli pasta jar. I'm not even joking. I am so happy with my label maker and my little chalkboards. This is just going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. I will link this down below if any of you want a label maker in your life. Honestly, couldn't recommend more. It has been brilliant. And she's still got so much more work to do. How do we turn it off? There we go. It's off. Stunning. Anyway, I now need to sort the roast dinner out because I fear it might be burnt. Well, dinner was a success. Everyone loved it. I ended up cooking for Reese's friend as well, and there were clean plates. Not that it's like that much of a big deal considering it was M&S that cooked it and not me, but I did a good job heating it up. Anyway, I have since then just been tidying up, washing up, and trying to organise a little bit. I'm actually going to quickly sort out under the sink. I don't really know how I'm going to organise this. I have actually put dishwasher tablets in a little jar like this, which I thought was quite a nice idea. And then I've got a few jars ready for the utility, but we'll do the utility together probably in a week or so because it's not quite ready. But got some washer tablets. Washer tablets, you know what I mean. What are they called? Laundry detergent tablets in there. By the way, I really love these cleaning products. Don't really know a lot about them other than the fact that I use them, to be honest. They're a little bit dusty because the whole house is a little bit dusty. But they're from Method and they look like this. And yeah, they're like floor cleaners and stuff like that. And they smell really good. And I believe they're all natural as well, which is good, like plant-based and au naturel, which we love. Right, okay, let's put that in there like that. Now, I'm about to take my makeup off, get ready for bed, and I would usually put you in front of me at the sink, but I have nothing to put you on. Like, I have a tripod, but the tripod is too large to put there, and obviously I don't have a mirror yet, so like, I don't have a cabinet to put you in, the mirror cabinet. Does this make sense? So you're gonna have to face this way, and I'm gonna have to have my back to you a little bit. So yeah, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to take my makeup off with some micellar water because I'm feeling a little bit lazy this evening. Something I hate is small cotton wool pads. I think they're the most pointless things ever. I have to use so many of them to get all my makeup off. I need to raise you up slightly. I feel like you're slightly low and you're just looking at my saggy boobs. Okay, I feel like the majority of my makeup is off. I'm now going to go in with a cleanser. This is the Clé de Peau Clarifying Cleansing Foam. You can actually see it's gone slightly see-through because it's almost empty. I absolutely have loved every moment of using this cleanser. It's slightly gritty, so it's got like a slight exfoliant in it, and it just makes your skin feel super, super clean. And I love the way like it foams up on my face. Look how cute this bamboo box is. I'm hoping once my cupboard is up, it's going to fit inside there. But these are from the Clean Skin Club. If you've been watching my vlog since I lived in London, some of you might remember I've been using these towels since then. Sometimes they do run out though, and I don't replace them for a few months because they're definitely a bit of a luxury, honestly, but they're so good to keep your skin clear. Because, you know, like when you use a towel and then you rub your face with it, towels harbour so many germs, where these don't, they're fresh, and then you just chuck it away after you've used it, so you don't get all of those germs on your face, and it's just a much nicer way to dry your skin. Really, really do rate them, but as I say, sometimes I do run out, and then I forget to replace them for a while. And then I'm just going to do my Elemis Superfood Facial Oil. This is my second bottle of this. I used to be very scared of facial oils because I felt as if they gave me spots, but I actually had a consultation with a facialist, you know what I mean, a person that does facials at Elemis, and she suggested me use an oil because we felt that my skin was a bit dry, and I said, oh, I'm scared to break out, and she said, you won't, honestly, if you use it like sparingly, it'll be fine. And I've used it now on and off for about the last 18 months, and I love it. When I wake up in the morning, it makes my skin look so hydrated and kind of like plump, and also leaves like a really good glow to it. And it's just such an easy thing to add into my skincare routine. I fear my camera's about to die. Now I think I've got a little bit of battery left. I need to speed this up. But to be honest, my skincare routine is very simple at the moment because when you're pregnant, I look so huge right now. When you're pregnant, you can't use as much stuff. Like I often would use Skin in Me, which just has lots of actives in it, which obviously you can't use, well not obviously, because not everyone knows that. I didn't know some of this information before, but you can't use them when you are pregnant. Skin and Me do offer a like different system that doesn't have actives in it, but I have been doing it. Like I have been also using it, but I actually ran out and I don't have any here because my subscription goes to my parents' house. But yeah, I've just been really paring back my skincare routine basically. This is body oil that I'm putting on now. I will spare you all seeing my stomach, even though maybe I should show you my bump one day, but today is not the day. This oil I've been using, which I've actually ran out of, this is about to be my 3rd bottle, so this is my 2nd one. This is the Elemis Japanese Camilla body oil. This was actually Camellia, not Camilla. This is actually a recommendation from my friend Nadia. When I first fell pregnant, she was one of the first people I told. Told her really early on, like 3 days later, honestly. And that is because she'd not long had a little baby. And I just knew she'd be a great person to ask about vitamins and body oils and why is this not coming out? It's very annoying. Yeah, I knew she'd be a great person to ask, and she recommended me this body oil, and I've been using it pretty much since the day I found out I was pregnant. I put a fair amount of it on my stomach and then like my back and my boobs. I do actually have some stretch marks on my boobs underneath. I felt like I actually neglected my boobs a little bit in the beginning, so that might be why I've got stretch marks there. Do you know what, my camera is flashing me. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. Hopefully that is a little bit better. But yeah, I feel like I neglected my boobs for the first few weeks. I just kind of forgot about the fact that they needed oil on them too. And yeah, I do have a few stretch marks on them, but like whatever. I guess that's all just part of the process. I was about to say progress as well, I guess you could say. But I think applying oils, I think it kind of helps a little bit, but I've done a lot of research, i.e. watching TikToks and YouTube videos, and I think, to be honest, the stretch mark thing is hereditary, really. You know, if your mum got them, chances are you might get them. But anyway, I keep applying oils because actually it's quite a nice thing to do every night anyway. It smells really nice, and it can only be beneficial, let's face it. Keeps my skin nice and hydrated. So yeah, that's the body oil I've been using. Obviously you can use it as well even if you're not pregnant. It is an oil that is for everyone kind of thing. Last steps, I'm going to do a little bit of the Caudalie Premier Crew moisturiser on my face, which I absolutely love. It's a really thick hydrating moisturiser. I love Caudalie products very much. Been a fan of them for many years, and you guys will know that if you regularly watch the vlog because I've raved about them a number of times. Yeah, one of my favourite moisturisers, especially at night time. I'm going to pop a little bit on my hands. A little bit of the Summer Fridays Butter Balm in Pink Sugar on my lips. One of my favourite lip balms. And last but by no means least, I'm going to do a little bit of my hair serum. Sorry, I'm using you as a mirror. I also look like Hagrid right now, greasy Hagrid. I've told you about this hair serum so many times. If you've watched the vlog, you've heard about it over and over again. I kind of want to tell you the story, but also feel sorry for people that regularly watch the vlogs and have heard this 100 times. But if you're new here, I feel like you just need to know this serum is amazing. It helps to thicken your natural hair. I used to wear extensions for fullness, not for length. My hair has always been long, pretty much since I was a child. But my hair thickness has not been great over, I'd say, the last like 3 years, mainly down to bleaching it and overusing hair tools that are hot, I would say. Anyway, I started having tape extensions just in the front of my hair, 2 or 3 on each side, just to thicken around the front. But I hated them, that's the truth of it. They used to grow up, they used to go flappy, and they were also expensive. So I started using this serum before Christmas, and I ditched my hair extensions in January, and honestly my hair has never been thicker and fuller. Like, this is all my own hair. Obviously no extensions around the front, nothing. And I honestly can't rave about the serum more because it's been amazing for me. And don't get me wrong, I feel like a few of you are going to be thinking, but Freya, you're pregnant, and pregnancy does make your hair, well, supposedly does make your hair thicker. But I'd like to say, I ditched my hair extensions in January. I started using the serum, as I've already said, in December, and I saw results about 6 weeks later. And I wasn't pregnant for the first half of the year. So just to put that out there, I do believe the results of like my hair volume and thickness and everything is truly down to this. It's been brilliant. I do actually work with the brand. This isn't part of an ad, but I do work with them. I do actually have a discount code for them as well, which I will leave on screen. I will pop it down below. As I say, this isn't part of the ad. I am not being paid to say this. I'm just sharing it because I know a lot of people struggle with their hair, and like having thin hair or hair that's not quite how you'd like it to be is really a struggle. And I know lots of people spend lots of money on so many different hair products trying to get good results and make their hair thicker and fuller, and honestly a lot of them don't really seem to do a lot. But this serum is actually something that works, and also it doesn't make your hair greasy. So, you know, you can put it in now and you won't have to wash your hair in the morning. It just kind of makes your hair a little bit wet, but then it dries and it's fine, it's not greasy, which I love about it too. Anyway, that is my evening skincare routine. I look like a chubby tomato, don't I? Hello everybody. If you've made it this far, you are at the end of this video. I hoped at the end of this video I would show you the pantry all put together. I obviously planned in this video to show you the kitchen, but none of that happened. So I do apologise. In the next vlog, hopefully, we will get a little bit further with those things. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I felt like it was, I've just finished editing it. I feel like it was a little bit of nothing, but you know what? I always doubt myself when I don't do things with you, or I said this so many times before, if I'm not unboxing things with you, I doubt the content. But whenever I ask you guys what you want to see from me, you're always just like, you want to see regular life, you want to see me at home. And this vlog was very much that. It was very much regular life, me at home. And I hope you enjoyed it for that reason. So yeah, if you made it this far, I love you very much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next one. But I'm loving my autumnal nails. They are great. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good week. See you soon. Bye.